Hello, friends from Peace Church. We wanted to do a little bit of a children's story time. It's not quite a children's story like we do at church because it isn't really a story about Jesus, but it is a story about Easter. And I brought our buddy Chapman with me to help read the story. Chapman lives in our house, and he's called a Flemish giant rabbit, which means he's one of the biggest kind of rabbits that there are. So we thought we'd bring him out. He's got some lettuce down here that he might eat too. I don't know, sometimes he likes to eat lettuce. So we're gonna read the story and just let him hang out with us too, okay? He likes to eat books too, so we'll have to be careful of that. This is called The Easter Egg by Jan Brett. Chirp, chirp, spring is here. Time to start on my first ever Easter egg, Hoppy said. Each year, the bunny who decorated the winning egg got to help the Easter rabbit hide the eggs on Easter morning. Hoppy had been dreaming about being that bunny all year long, and now it was time to get started. Everywhere Hoppy looked, rabbits were all working on dazzling eggs. I need an amazing idea, he thought. Hoppy spotted Flora Bunny planting spring wildflowers on her eggs. The Easter rabbit will love those colorful flowers, he thought, and started picking flowers for his egg. Here's a basket for your flowers, Hoppy, Flora said. Okay. Chop, chop, scrape, scrape, Hoppy spied Buster Birch carrying a magnificent wooden egg. I wish I had some wood for my egg, he wished out loud. Here you go, Hoppy, Buster Birch said, and he put a smooth, round piece of wood in Hoppy's basket. Thank you, Buster, Hoppy said. Hoppy was hopping along when the smell of sweetness led him out of the woods and straight to the chocolate egg that Aunt Sassafras was decorating with creamy frosting squiggles and bows. Hello, Hoppy, she said, and she put some chocolate squares in his basket. Hippity-hop, Hoppy exclaimed. I'll make the Easter rabbit a chocolate egg so sweet it will make his whiskers tinkle. Then Hoppy saw Granny Irene decorating one of her fabulous story eggs. First, she traced a design on the egg with a special tool, and then she dipped the egg in pots of yellow, green, orange, and red dye, adding to the design each time. Hoppy couldn't believe his eyes. I'll never make an egg that beautiful, he told Granny Irene. She smiled. Try, she said, giving him one of her special tools. Here, want some nummies? Here you go. Hoppy was hopping by Hans Vonderrabbit's garden when he spotted an extraordinary egg. Hans was painting a portrait of the Easter rabbit so real that he looked alive. Fantastic, Hoppy exclaimed. Thank you, Hoppy, Hans said. Why don't you make a painting on your egg? He gave Hoppy pots of paint and a fine brush. What do you think? As Hoppy bounced along, a loud boing nearly knocked him over to his feet. It was a whirling, twirling mechanical egg. Whoa, Hoppy said. That's an unusual egg. Would you like to make one? Roberto asked. Hoppy tried, but the harder he tried, the more parts and pieces piled up around him. Thank you, Roberto, he sighed, but I think I better make the egg that is right for me. What do you think, Chapman? Hoppy hopped back to the woods and lay down under a tall tree to think. Making a beautiful egg is harder than I imagined, he thought. I guess I don't have to win. I just want to make an egg I'm proud of. Suddenly, the woods rang with the squawking of birds sounding an alarm. Mother Robin swooped down, calling wildly as if she couldn't decide where to go. An egg had tumbled out of Mother Robin's nest. Inside the perfect blue egg was a baby robin that needed its mother to keep it warm until it hatched. Hoppy knew what he had to do. He sat down carefully and he covered the blue egg with his soft, warm fur. "I'll take care of you the best I can," he whispered. Relieved, Mother Robin chirped and settled down on her other 2 eggs. Hoppy never left the robin's egg. If it was sunny and warm, he carefully turned the egg in its nest of moss. If it was rainy and cold, he kept the egg covered and dry. At night, wild animals passed by. Hoppy crouched down and stayed hidden in the ferns. Often, he heard strange noises coming from above, but Hoppy didn't run away. Every day, the rabbits worked on their eggs. Tadpoles turned into frogs. Buds swelled into leaves, and Easter came closer and closer. Finally, it was time for the rabbits to take their eggs to the glen. They'd forgotten all about Hoppy, who was quietly sitting on the blue egg under the tall tree in the woods. Can't turn that page very well. Oh, this is why I can't turn the page that well. Early the next morning, the rabbits waited for the Easter rabbit, and suddenly a beautiful wagon rolled toward them out of the mist. There. You see that, Bunny? Yeah. And stopped. The Easter Bunny stepped down from the wagon and admired the decorated eggs one by one. "You have brought the most beautiful eggs in the world, but a very special one is not here," he told them. The rabbits were puzzled. Whose egg could it be? Where you going, buddy? "Fill my wagon with your wonderful eggs," he said, "and when I return, I will show it to you." And he disappeared into the woods. Are you coming on my lap? No? Okay. He came back with Hoppy looking scruffy and bedraggled. "Hoppy has an amazing egg to be proud of," the Easter rabbit told them. "He has kept Mother Robin's egg warm and safe until her baby bird hatched and she could take care of it." The Easter rabbit placed the empty blue shell in the place of honor atop the wagon. Now they were ready to go. The rabbits cheered for the egg that had surprised them all. "It's our best Easter ever, Hoppy!" they shouted. Then the brave little bunny and the Easter rabbit rode off together to hide the eggs for girls and boys to find on Easter morning. So, I hope that you have lots of time to look for your eggs, and I hope that you have a wonderful Easter as we celebrate both traditions, as we celebrate the story of Jesus, but also as we remember there's other stories that we tell in our culture too, and one of those is the story of the Easter Bunny. So thank you for listening. I can't wait till we are back together again at church and we can sit on the steps together. Happy Easter.